Hey, what's up guys? It's Extreme Game Guy here. Sorry for the lack of uploads lately, but I'm back. We got my tried and true motorcycle deck. Last season we made it all the way up to Master 2, reaching 5,300 on the dot. That was amazing. But we got some sick replays to show you. I'm not going to show you the War Day replay, but as you can see I'm on a 4-win streak, and I went on a tilt last night. Pretty bad tilt, but we got Hog Rider, we got Royal Giant, we got Mega Knight. That was a war battle. We got Royal Giant, Hog Rider, and Bait, and more Hog Rider with some over-leveled Hog Rider mixed in. So this first one I just did, and I thought this match was crazy good. I made some insane rocket plays with the tornado, and it was crazy how much value I could get with my rocket. So here we start off passively with the Ice Spirit, then we go Mortar. We leak a little bit of Elixir. I need to work on not leaking Elixir. I try to do some maneuver with the Knight, but I'm so slow with my cards. He arrows, so I know he has arrows as a spell. As a small spell. I don't know if he has another small spell because people down here tend to run 2 small spells. So right here, for some reason I didn't realize that Furnace was close enough to the tower that I could rocket it. So I go Mortar. Take out the Furnace for an even Elixir trade. I just log up those Fire Spirits. Put some bats on those so they don't completely take out my mortar. And I was debating on rocketing that Valkyrie, but I didn't. Right here, the Knight will distract the Valkyrie, so we can get a King's Tower activation with that Hog Rider. I could have taken no damage with the Ice Spirit, but I'm lazy and I didn't feel like doing it. So we're gonna go Ice Spirit. Archers, trying to stall out the Inferno Dragon as long as possible. So I know I spent a lot of Elixir, and right here I'm gonna have to spend more. And Knight was my cheapest card. I didn't want to use Tornado because he has Hog Rider, and Knight will get more counter push value. So right here he ends up playing the Furnace, and nope, he plays Valkyrie. And right here I don't really have anything, so I just place the Mortar in the middle to distract it, and then I rocket both of those. Boink. I could have probably hit that Inferno Dragon, but I didn't, so. Right here we counter the Inferno Dragon with an Ice Spirit, because I knew we were at like pretty much even Elixir. Perfect Ice Spirit timing, and right there I find out that that's in rocket range. And I can rocket that for tons of rocket value. I leak a lot of Elixir there. And watch this play right here. Rocket. And the Electro Wizard stays for the Archer. And I tornado it. And boom. Did you see that? So right here we're in kind of a lot of trouble. Actually, surprisingly, we do not take too much damage because he misses that Fireball. He does not get another Hog Rider hit. So all he gets is one Hog Rider hit and a Fireball off of my tower. So that's a pretty good trade. And right here, he ends up moving the Furnace. I think that's still in rocket range, but I don't know. I just decided to go defensive Mortar on that. We end up taking no damage. And yeah, I think it is. So we tornado the Inferno Dragon there as well. We make the same play, and you see how much value you're getting from Rocket Tornado. So that tower's down to rocket range, way below rocket range. And all I have to do is defend. See that perfect mortar placement for the Hog Rider. Denies all hits, and we just send in the rocket. So that match, I controlled the entire game. But you saw all those rocket plays that I made, pulling the troops near where I was shooting my rocket. And what a crazy match. So this next match is Bait. Bait's not a particularly hard matchup, but this guy has arrows instead of log, so my bats can't get too much value because he has arrows. I mean, sure, arrows on bats is a negative elixir trade, but when you need those bats to defend a Valkyrie or something, or to help you against some other troops, and they just arrow it like that, then it's hard for you. So right here we get a King's Tower activation. Easy King's Tower activation. You gotta learn all the King's Tower activations. Right there I didn't have an Ice Spirit, so we end up taking one hit from the Goblin. But other than that, good start to this match. Here I found out he has an Inferno Tower. I don't know why I didn't think he had an Inferno Tower. I thought this was wacky because he had guards. So I thought it was just some wacky deck that you face on ladder. But here I realize he's playing bait. So I'm pretty sure he has Rocket, so I have to go pretty aggressive because we don't have much of an elixir lead. And right there, you saw I predicted that Dark Goblin. I was expecting a princess, but we ended up catching a Dark Goblin, which was nice. Mortar at the bridge. I'm getting ready for an Inferno Tower, but I end up placing my archers into a Valkyrie. And we're getting probably like 2 hits with that mortar. One more hit. Thank you. I'm acting like I'm playing this match live. This is like how I would think. I'd be like, can I get one more hit, please? Thank you. Right here I got my tornado selected because I think he has... I think he's going Goblin Gang, Goblin Barrel. This is what I was predicting him to do, and he did. We end up taking 1 or 2 stabs to the tower. And right here, he predicts my mortar. Well played by him. And right here, I'm trying to predict a Inferno Tower, but it ends up not working. That was a pretty value log, but too bad we're not going to get any damage from it. Right here, I predict his Goblin Barrel. We still take like 2 stabs because it was not a very good placement of the tornado on my part. And right here we start the rocket cycle. He rockets, I rocket. He Dark Goblins. I am going to log that for some reason. I don't know why I logged that. You need to preserve your log against log bait. And whenever you can take value, you take it. Right there I thought he was going to place it in the corner again, but he didn't. So he ends up getting a few stabs in. So well played by him. I don't know why he didn't rocket those archers. Right here, I rocket. So I'm playing this match kind of sloppily at the end. I know all I need to do is log and rocket cycle his tower down. I should have probably taken that log value, but I didn't. Of course I didn't. So we end up not getting any damage done there. I could save my, my log for the Goblin Barrel. But I need to log cycle. I can't do 2 rockets because that's an overcommitment. So right here, for some reason, my game was lagging pretty bad. So my deploys are laggy. But right here, down to rocket log range. So all we need to do is send in that rocket, send that in that log, and that's game. I'm pretty happy about that match. I played sloppily at the end there, but I end up picking up the win. Even though I have kind of a hard counter. We just don't speak about that. Speaking of hard counters, Royal Giant. Whoopee, I love facing Royal Giant. Actually, I'm alright with facing Royal Giant. Royal Giant is not the hardest matchup by any stretch of the imagination. The 2 hardest matchups for me, or the 3 hardest matchups for me are... in order, Lava Hound is the hardest. Maybe Graveyard is a little bit harder, but I don't know. I think Lava Hound is harder. Lava Hound is probably the hardest. Graveyard, and then Royal Hogs. In that order. So that it's all those matchups are tough. I have yet to beat Lava Hound, so that's why I rank it so highly. I haven't beaten Graveyard, but I don't face as much. So I gotta master those matchups. Royal Hogs is beatable, but it's very hard. It's not. I'm not gonna say it's beatable. It is beautiful. You can win any matchup with this deck if you know how to play it, but it's not a good matchup by any stretch of the imagination. So I do not think Royal Giant is a very hard matchup. It's a hard matchup, but not like the hardest matchup. Like, oh god, Royal Giant, I'm gonna lose this match automatically, like it is with Expo. It's more of like Royal Giant, okay. I can blame losing on Royal Giant, but if I win, I can laugh at them. But really, this matchup is not that bad. So right here, I do a efficient defense by just spinning. Okay, that was not a very efficient defense, but nobody cares, right? Please don't care. So right here, we're gonna place our bats on the knight. No, we're not. We're gonna log it all back. Eventually, it's gonna chip away at that knight. The tower is, so that's fun. That's why I like mortar, because you don't. Most of the decks you face down here are hard countered by, not hard countered, but are not hard matchups for mortar. Royal Giant, not a very hard matchup, in my opinion. Hog Rider, definitely not a hard matchup at all. Bait, probably one of the best matchups ever. What else is there? Elite Barbarians, you got tons of answers for Elite Barbarians. So if you're complaining about Elite Barbarians, and you're playing this deck, then I don't know what's wrong with you. At a time, I was playing a Tesla Fire Spirits version of this deck, and I just did not feel right without having my Ice Spirit and my Tornado. I don't know. So I went back to this version, and I just love playing. It's more fun than the Tesla Fire Spirit version. Sure, you get more wins with the other one, but this just feels more fun to play, and ultimately this is a game, and you want it to be fun. Right here it gives me witch value. He gives me rocket value with that witch, and now that tower's down to rocket log. I'm going to try and not defend this goblin barrel with a log, because I need it for the tower. If that RG got another shot, oh my lord. So right here, we send in the rocket, we send in the log. Boom. And that tower's dead. You really want to focus on your spells, upgrading those. Except for Tornado. That, just get it to level 11, and you should be fine. I mean, if you have epic tokens, then you can use them, and here's Space Miner. And, so you really want to get this rocket as high as possible. Your number one priority with upgrading this deck. I'm almost to level 13 with my rocket. I've been requesting and trading, tons of rockets. And this is my favorite version, in terms of how fun it is. In terms of, like, if you want to win a lot versus more matchups, then, hold on, let me make the deck. Tesla instead of that, Fire Spirits instead of that, and Spear Goblins instead of Archers. This deck is for you, but in my opinion, I like the Archers Bats version, because it's more fun. And I suggest this one to all of y'all. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys liked, and if you did, like the video, leave a comment down below, and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, Girl Scouts.